There is a silence that follows certain kinds of people, not the peaceful kind, the kind that settles in a room like a shadow, as if the air itself is waiting for them to speak. A silence shaped by gravity, by hunger, by a mind that needs the world not as it is, but as it reflects them. This silence is the birthplace of narcissism. It does not start with pride. Pride is a mask too thin for this. Narcissism begins in a place much more fragile. It begins with a fracture, a quiet wound in the self, so deep that the only way to survive it is to build a world where that wound cannot be seen, a world made not of truth, but of reflections. A child learns that being noticed is safer than being invisible. A teenager learns that admiration stings less than rejection. An adult learns that control hurts less than vulnerability. Layer by layer, the mirror becomes a shield, and the shield becomes a cage. The narcissist does not love himself. He loves the image that hides what he fears he truly is. History remembers Nero as a tyrant. He did not burn Rome because he hated it, but because it failed to mirror him. Every stone, every voice, every citizen was supposed to echo his grandeur. When the reflection cracked, he erased it. What looks like madness from the outside is often desperation from within. And then there is the Joker. He wanted Gotham to crumble into the same chaos he carried within himself. He wanted the city to become the mirror he lacked. Walter White walked the same path with a different costume. He did not transform because he discovered power, but because power silenced his deepest fear, the fear of insignificance. Every lie, every calculated cruelty, fueled by the hunger to become someone the mirror would respect. But the mirror never respected him. It only demanded more. This is the tragedy of narcissism. You build an empire to silence a whisper, and the whisper grows louder. The tyrant, the clown, the chemist, three men staring into the same abyss, each hoping the abyss would blink first. But the abyss does not blink. It reflects. Nero sees a god. Joker sees a joke that finally laughs back. Walter sees the man he pretended not to be. All reflections tell the same truth. Power is a costume worn over fear. Strip away the costume, and what remains is a child screaming to be seen. Nero's child never heard applause. Joker's child never heard comfort. Walter's child never felt chosen. So they forged worlds that would choose them, fear them, applaud them. But a world built to feed a wound becomes a prison. The mirror becomes a wall. The wall becomes a fortress. The fortress becomes a cage. And the cage grows narrower with every illusion. Narcissism begins as survival, a whisper that says, hide. Layer by layer, the hiding becomes a performance. The performance becomes identity, and identity becomes a battlefield. The narcissist does not fight others. He fights his own disappearance. Every criticism feels like a crack. Every flaw feels like collapse, because the illusion must not break, ever. And yet, beneath the arrogance lies a tender wound, the fear of being ordinary. Without admiration, there is nothing. The wound holds them prisoner. If you see me as I am, you will not stay. So the narcissist performs long after the audience is gone, long after relationships have withered, long after the mask is fused with the face. Because ending the performance means facing a question. Who am I when no one is looking? Most do not know, and the ones who do cannot bear the answer. The narcissist's world is a hall of mirrors, each reflection slightly distorted, slightly brighter, slightly more heroic than the last. But the real self, the quiet, flawed, scared self, fades deeper into the shadows. Narcissism is not self-love. It is self-abandonment. It is the slow erosion of authenticity under the weight of a fantasy. It is the starvation of the real self in pursuit of an ideal one. And so the story always ends the same way. Whether it is Nero watching Rome collapse in flames, or the Joker laughing over a city he has shattered, or Walter White standing on the ruins of everything he claimed to protect, the ending is identical. The world does not perish. The self does, because no mirror, no audience, no legacy can fill the void created by the fear of being unlovable. In the end, Narcissism is not about admiration. It is about survival, a survival that consumes the very self it tries to protect. And that is the essence, the tragedy and the curse of narcissism. The whisper grows louder. The mask is fused with the face. The performance never ends. Who am I when no one is looking? Most do not know. The ones who do cannot bear the answer. Each reflection heroic. Each crack revealing the real self. Narcissism is self-abandonment, the slow erosion of authenticity under the weight of fantasy. No mirror, no audience, no legacy can fill the void. The curse of narcissism.